So, an entire episode got corrupted, and now we're starting on technically what would be episode 2. I love that. I love it when I record a video and then the whole file corrupts. On the other hand, we might have done quite a lot. Welcome to, what was it? Fuck. I was meant to face the other way. So, an entire video file corrupted, and this is... what did I even say on the first clip? I don't even remember. An entire episode got corrupted, and now we're starting on technically what would be episode 2. I love that. I love it when I record a video and then the whole file... Yeah, I'm going to try and say something different. I'm just going to say welcome to episode 2. It'll be the easiest for me. So, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be playing the bloody Skyblock mod pack. This is going to be fun. Don't worry about those other few clips where I was trying to do the intro, please. So yeah, basically what's happened is I recorded episode 1, didn't work. So we're on episode 2 now. Yay. Right, let's just get into it. I'm fed up with trying to do the intro. It's not going to work. I've gone through the first chapter and now we're on the second chapter. So, let's go over what we have done. So, Bloody Sky is a blood magic based skyblock. I believe it's based on blood magic during the beginning. Now at this point that we're at, we're focusing more into some other mods, which include a really weird mod that I have never actually seen. Caged mobs. Actually, tell a lie. I think I've seen it in Vault Hunters. But it's interesting. So what it requires is an environment block. So in this instance, where we're using the ore tortoise, we need a blank rune. Now, different environmental blocks will increase the time between, drops. So this is like a one mob farm, right? The ore tortoise is going to give us some raw zinc and raw iron, along with a few other materials. I believe, if we can find it here, yes. It has a chance to give us copper, gold, sea brass, zinc, and iron. With the rune of sacrifice being the best rune we can use for this specific mob. Now, there are a few other things that we can farm here, which we did have set up. Now, one thing you're going to want to know before you even set up these, don't pick these up properly without having a backup of your mob spawner. Jesus Christ. I completely forgot that was up so high. Oh, why is my... oh god, my audio on... my game audio is so high up on OBS. But yeah. So what you'll find is... you need to actually make the automatic version of these as one of the first things you want to set up when working with this. I didn't, and now I've lost all of the spawn eggs that I was using. However, they are easily gotten back. By the way, if you want to try and get your mobs in these, you will just need to click the spawn egg on the cage. Do not click it on the floor, you will lose it. I have done that before. So now we have the chicken and the ore tortoise. The ore tortoise will get us iron, which is what we're going to want to be using. This chicken will be getting us chicken drops, I believe cooked chicken by chance, and eggs, which is what we use to make the empty spawn eggs in a smoker. It's very complicated. It will get a hell of a lot worse later on. Right, the next thing that we're going to want to do is create a black dye and grab a glass bottle. What this will allow us to do in the alchemy table, which is a crafting table made by blood magic, we need to create the antique ink from supplementaries. Combine that with an empty spawn egg, gets us the dark vortex spawn egg. Now in the same way, we're going to make the ink, or the squid spawn egg. And we're going to make another hopper. Now, I don't have enough redstone to make any more of these. And that is exactly why we're going to be setting up the Dark Vortex. So, the Dark Vortex gets us a few things. Here it is. It gets us Darkstone, a Dark Rod, and Ethereal Spirits. Ethereal Spirits are used to make Soul Soil, Spiritual Dust, and a few other things from its mod pack. We're focusing on the Spiritual Dust because in the Blood Altar with 2,000 life points, it makes a redstone dust. That's super handy. Why do we need the squid? Well, ink sacks, because ink is actually used quite a lot in this. Well, not exactly ink, black dye. I know black dye is like used pretty much in a lot of different crafting recipes, yeah. Mainly to dye stuff, but hey, I'm gonna make it just because we'll need it later. It's just handy to have. Also, I think, yes, that's it done. Alright. So, we just take this spirit and we combine it with 3 bone meal, and that gets us the spiritual dust. And this gets us our redstone. Look at that, see? Now, you do have to be careful in this. You can play on peaceful mode if you want, but we're not going to want it later on. The reason I say you got to be careful is because this will kill you. And I have died a handful of times. How many times? Well, we'll just check. Yeah, a few times. Sacrificing, clicking the floor with a wooden sword. Clicking objects with a wooden sword. The wooden sword is how you get these little, bloody tears, or blood tears. The blood tears are used to make a whatever this thing is, which, oh god, that's disgusting. It's also used to make some of these things. Making the blood altar is one of them. Making the weak orb, basically stuff that you have to do early game. We don't need to do that anymore, thanks to a few things. Number 1, we don't need stone or cobblestone because we got the generator. Number 2, we don't need iron because we got the ore tortoise. And also, we have like other stuff. I don't know. This is very much like a chill, like relax a bit kind of mod. It's not suitable because I forgot to place in the sand. There we go. It's a very chill and laid back mod or mod pack. I will say if you want to just like chill out with people, play through, you can. Yeah. I'm not overly annoyed at the fact that the whole episode 1 corrupted. Because there's not really much to say happened. I mean, we did build this. Which, if you could see what I'm going for, then you'll understand. Also, I've realised I'm in a savanna, which does not help. But by the looks of it, we got some sort of rainy biome over here. So, if we ever need rain. Also, by the looks of it, we're going to be making a tier 3 altar in this episode. Yes, so, let's quickly run through a little bit of blood magic. So, blood magic focuses around the blood altar. The blood altar requires life points, which you've seen me get through the sacrificial dagger, to craft items. You can upgrade this by adding runes around it in a certain structure. The blood altar as itself is a tier 1, with the runes like this around it is a tier 2. You can see this when you install the mod and you get the... where is it? This Sanguine Scientium. I hope I'm saying that correctly. You can see it like this. Now, this is the tier 3 blood altar, which is going to be absolutely insane to make. And by the looks of it, we need 20 more runes. So I'm going to have my work cut out for me. So in order to keep up with stuff like that, we're going to make another auto smelter. What do I mean by an auto smelter? Well, it's basically just this, but with a furnace instead of a smoker. There we go, and now we should just be able to transfer a bunch of the coal from here to there. And then we're just going to smelt up about 4 stacks of cobblestone. There we go. We're doing pretty well. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a big book. We're doing pretty well. Now, the next thing we're going to need is obsidian, which is going to be a pain in of itself. Because if you know anything about obsidian, it requires lava. Now, how are we getting lava? Well, we can get it in a few ways. We can get the lava reagent, which wouldn't be too difficult. However, we need a block of coal, which, as far as I'm aware, we can't get until we find either, or we make either a wither skeleton, foxhound, stoneling, or bone imp. The stoneling requires a lodestone, which will not be happening. The wither skeleton requires a skull. The foxhound requires a flame charge. And the bone imp, well, we can actually make the bone imp. Huh, isn't that lovely? All we need is this. So we place it like this. There we go. Now, how, you're probably wondering, how are we getting these cages? Well, this is a cage. All you gotta do is place it on the blood altar and sacrifice a little bit of your life. I believe. There we go. And then all we need to do is just make this into a hopper one. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go AFK these a little bit and wait for some of them to... I completely forgot about automating that one. I'm going to wait for some of these to just generate a few more resources that we need. Along with this bone imp, we're going to need another blank rune. So I get to making that. So, it turns out in this mod pack you are able to break obsidian with an iron pickaxe. That's great. By the way, we made the lava sigil. The lava sigil is actually very nice. We need to make an altar of light. Feed it redstone and it will grow glowstone. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to make a few slabs. And we can set up a little farm here. Don't know what that was about. Okay, we can set up a little farm here. So, what we can do is, yeah, we can just get like a few buckets of water and place them like this. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And this just allows me to place lava like that. So the lava sigil acts like a lava bucket where I can just place it down. However, if I want to use the lava bucket, or if I want to actually use a lava bucket, I will need to bucket it up. Yeah, but so far, this seems to be working. This is cool. I like the fact that we can use an iron pickaxe to mine obsidian. I wonder if more mod packs will do stuff like this, where you need a specific, or you can use like lower tier tools to be able to make this stuff. We need a redstone lamp. Oh, we can just use a lantern? That's awesome. And we don't have to use our charcoal or our coal anymore. We can use the firelight dust. There we go. I'm going to put a few things away. We got the blank slates, by the way. And we have a lot of the stone. So let's... Yeah, we'll definitely be able to make all 20 of these. There we go. Alright. So without further ado... Right. Nope. Okay, not without further ado. We need to still make a few things. Yeah, okay. So I need to make a few more things here. There we go. Just need to make some more spiritual dust. And whilst we're at it, I had an idea. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to work. However, if I do remember blood magic correctly, this is 1.20. It works. Oh god. If you guys don't know, blood magic allows you to hopper in items to the blood altar. So it isn't just one item anymore. Now, of course, this is going to require a lot of LP. Which will most likely kill me. So, we're going to do the smart thing. And we're going to auto-clicker it. And there we go. 30 redstone dust, just like that. And now we do have a hopper in our way, but we can just place that on top. There we go. A couple of more bodies there, don't worry about them. But now we got the redstone. We can make the Altar of Light. So the Altar of Light takes redstone and makes into glowstone. However, I wonder... yeah. We're not going to be getting a witch's hat for a while. So thinking of farming a witch is out of the question. We can place this up here. So it takes... It takes 3 redstone. And should turn it into a glowstone. Then after some time a block will appear on top of it. It needs to be in direct sunlight for it to work. Okay. This also brings up the point that I need a bed. And... Oh, there's a way to make it using feathers? I should have feathers. I do have feathers. I'm able to make a bed. Let's go. Oh god, I didn't even realize I had the resources to do that. I've got a bed. It has been... How many days? What's the day thing? I don't even know. Where can I find days? Hang on. It's been a couple days. We'll just put it down to that. We'll just place the bed here. Hope I don't fall off. There we go. We can finally sleep. On day, who knows how many. I tried to do /day, but that didn't work. Okay, right. We'll wait to see what this... It should create the block of glowstone on top, so as long as we get lucky. It does make me wonder, is there any other way other than a witch? Yes, night vision on Cinderflower. That's not going to be very helpful. Also, I do want to quickly mention, so, Ocean Block videos are going to be released. However, I might have played a lot of the mod pack without recording it. And, on the second episode, I accidentally deleted the first half of it. So, we're in a little bit of an issue there. So, I'm going to upload the videos, and I think I'm going to do it in one big group. I'm going to do one giant episode that goes through everything that I've done. And then I'll do a overview episode afterwards. It will seem like I've threaded together multiple episodes into one. Basically, that's what I'll be doing. It just saves me time. If you guys want to go watch that, you can watch it in segments. You can watch it just as a giant binge watch if you want to. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for Ocean Block. Just because I know I haven't been releasing those videos recently. Other things is Slime Rancher. We're going to be continuing that. Which will be... it'll be exciting, I'll say. I still haven't gotten to the Grey Labyrinth yet, which is something I've been meaning to do. What else? What series have I not completed? We're just going to quickly check that whilst we wait. I know you guys can't see what's going on at the moment. I will show you that in a sec. Once I get this set up. What else? We can continue with some Starlight SMP stuff. Because I know people want to see that. I think I explained that Pokemon Fusions isn't going to be happening anymore. Nor is Pokemon Too Many Types. I enjoy playing the games. It's just a little bit annoying restarting. That's all it is. What else? Below Zero. Below Zero is an interesting one. I have the videos of Below Zero. I've got 4 episodes. 2 of which I haven't released yet. Which is a little bit of an issue because I believe those episodes are quite long. And I don't want to bore everyone with super long episodes. So it might come out in 2 parts each. That might just have to be how my content is from now on, where I release it in 2 parts. Because I like to record quite a lot for a video. Mainly because I've just got stuff like this, where I'm walking around, like, just waiting for stuff to happen. It's the one issue I found with content creation. You spend a lot of your time waiting for something to happen, and then you start recording it. And you either forget about recording, or you end up doing what I'm doing, which is just, well, talking to you guys whilst we wait. So, I was thinking of doing more stream-like content. However, it will not be streams. It will be long videos, probably. I'll do like long videos of mod packs like this with shorter explanatory episodes afterwards. Along with that, I think I want to do more content to do with reactions. I want to do a lot more reaction content because I always enjoy reacting to stuff. And I think the first like real series of reaction I want to do is, hopefully if Nintendo doesn't sue me, the Pokemon Horizons Search for Larqua. I enjoyed the first technically season of Pokemon Horizons, and I know they released the Search for Larqua a while ago, but apparently they're going to be releasing the second part in about 3 weeks. So yeah, I'll probably do a video on that, just reacting to that. So yeah, oh, why did I get? Okay, that completes the early game. The only other thing that we need to complete for this is getting a Shiba, which we need rotten flesh, which we can get from a drowned, a zombie, or a zombie lumberjack. Which, oh, we can make a lumberjack. Can we make the zombie? No, we need rotten flesh. Can we make the drowned? No, we need a water rune. Okay. I was joking about the lumberjack, but turns out we actually do need it. What can we use? Hay bale. I don't think we can get a grass block. Oh, no, we can. Oh, we can get grass blocks. Oh, we can use that for the chicken, can't we? Yes. Okay. How are we making this then? A seed, a bone meal, and a dirt. Now to get my seeds, which are over here. This is a very chill mod pack, I will say. I started this about a couple of hours ago, I'd say. And we've already got pretty far. As soon as we get to these two, though, it is not going to be so nice. It's gonna be absolute hell. But there we go. That should speed up the chicken. Everything is producing a lot. Then we're going to be placing that there. Now, you're probably wondering, why didn't I place it in the open one that's right next to it? Well, see, I'm going to be placing a blaze in that one. And I need to get something for it, right? I need to get a gilded blackstone or a magma block. Neither of which I have. Now, we could try and get the magma cube, but that also needs the exact same. So, I don't know how we're going to get... I don't know how we're getting magma cream. However, we got the lumberjack now. So we just got to wait for him to produce rotten flesh. And once he's produced rotten flesh, we're able to make this. So, we need a bone meal, a bowl. We can put a load of this stuff away as well, that we don't need to use right now. A bone meal, a bowl, and 2 types of rotten flesh, which is a normal one and a smoked one. Which, any second now, we should have. And an eldwood stick, which is used to make the pickaxe, the mystical dagger, the spider plushie, and the ritual diviner. Or divino, however you pronounce it. I don't know. This the whole Blood Magic mod pack is very confusing with some of its names, I will say. Oh, okay, right. We have used up a lot of LP. So, I guess this is time to explain the next part of how this mod works. So, the mod also works with a sort of battery system. So, wait. Oh, you can get all kinds of wood from this. Okay, that's going to be helpful. But yeah, so how it works is there's like a network of other things. What's it? Yeah, there's like a ethereal network of LP. And how it works is when I hold this blood orb and click, it will suck a little bit of my life essence into the network. And that can be used by we don't talk about that. That's my first time doing that as well. So the LP network can be used by anything that requires the LP other than the blood altar. So, the alchemy table, that uses LP. Using the sigil requires LP. Other things when we get into rituals will also require the use of LP. So, there's a way that we can do this, and I don't think people are going to like it. This. That's how we're going to get just a bunch of LP into the system to use the sigil. Now we also have this Sheba, which, it is the only entity that can spawn, but you guys aren't going to like what I'm about to do. I mean, I kind of have to, right? I need this later on to make demon wills. And it's the only mob that spawns. It's the only mob that generates them. You gotta believe me, guys. I don't want to be doing this, but I kind of have to. Eh, who am I kidding? This is a video game. I have no remorse. Yeah, you guys can fight me on that. There we go. Anything for production, to be fair. Right? Like, don't get me wrong. I would never do this in real life. But production is production in this game, so I kind of have to. And I'm pretty sure if we look at this, yeah. We can either use the soul extractor to get it, or we can use a Sheba. And if I'm honest, this is a lot faster. Is it humane? Absolutely not. Is it production? Absolutely yes. Alright, so we're at the stage where we can make this tier 3 altar. So, by the looks of it, the island is purposely made for at least a tier 3. Which is amazing, I will say. It's very clever to design the island based off of something like that. However, we are going to need to make a ritual later on to get the tier 4. Which, by the looks of it, yeah, we will be making a tier 4. Okay. Don't know why we need the divination sigil. And it's telling us to make that. Ingots. A magician's blood orb. Okay. We'll be going through mid-game in the next episode, but that was basically all of the early game. Bearing a few things. I guess to quickly explain it, you get gold by the aurum saplings, which you just get by throwing a sapling in lava. Ash, you just burn logs. Bone meal is from the composter. And the rest of it I've showed you. If you want to play this for yourself, definitely go ahead. It's super fun. But yeah. By the way, early game is... I've already showed you most of it. So to get lava, charcoal, flint, and steel, that gets you lava. To get ice, it's glass in the blood altar, which you get by sand. To get that, gravel and mortar and pestle. To get that, cobblestone, mortar and pestle. To get stone, it's 8 blood tears and a log. That's simple. We'll get into, what is it, mid-game? Yeah, we'll get into mid-game next time. By the looks of it, we're going to be making a creative controller? This early? Jesus. There's a lot of stuff. It looks like we're doing way too early. Well, this is going to be exciting. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. I thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.